We understand his parents blamed you for his death.
I don't really know how I feel about being a mother because I never really had a good one.
Another one of Colleen Hoover's hit books is officially getting the big screen treatment, and fans couldn't be more excited. Back in October 2024, Deadline broke the news that Universal had snagged the rights to adapt Reminders of Him, one of Hoover's most beloved novels. This book first hit shelves in 2022 and quickly became a sensation, selling more than 6.5 million copies worldwide. It's easy to see why, because the story packs such an emotional punch. It follows Kenna Rowan, a woman trying to piece her life back together after serving 5 years in prison. All she wants now is to reconnect with her 4-year-old daughter and hopefully the one man in town who hasn't completely given up on her. Colleen Hoover herself was clearly over the moon about the news. She told Deadline how thrilled she was to be partnering with Universal to finally bring Kenna's world to life. According to her, fans often reach out to share how they see parts of their own lives reflected in Kenna's journey, whether that's living with heartbreak, grappling with tragedy, or doing the tough, messy work of healing and trying to start fresh. It's stories like this that seem to resonate so deeply because they're raw and honest, even when they're not pretty. And Reminders of Him isn't the only Hoover novel making its way to the movies. With titles like It Ends With Us already on the path to the big screen, Hoover's growing list of adaptations is turning into a kind of cinematic universe all on its own. As for Reminders of Him, it's already got an impressive cast shaping up. Maika Monroe, who you might know from movies like Longlegs and Watcher, has landed the role of Kenna. She'll be starring opposite Tyriq Withers from Tell Me Lies, who Hoover herself happily announced on Instagram would be playing Ledger Ward, the local bar owner who still sees Kenna as more than her past mistakes. Joining them is Outer Banks star Rudy Pankow, cast as Scott Landry, while Gilmore Girls favorite Lauren Graham will portray Grace Laundrie, Scott's mother. While Reminders of Him might be a great choice for Rudy Pankow to keep showing off his talent, having him in the cast would also give the movie itself a nice boost. Since this is the first Colleen Hoover adaptation heading to theaters after It Ends With Us blew up in 2024, it's got some pretty big expectations to live up to, especially because it doesn't have the kind of headline-grabbing behind-the-scenes drama that helped push the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni movie to the top. So snagging a rising Netflix star like Pankow seems like a smart way to pull more eyes toward the film and build some extra buzz around it. So what exactly is this story all about? A detailed synopsis for the film hasn't been released yet, but if it sticks closely to the book, it's going to be quite the emotional ride. It centers on Kenna, who's finally out of prison and determined to see her daughter again. But rebuilding her life isn't anything but easy. Nearly everyone in town seems set on shutting her out completely, everyone except Ledger, a bar owner with a close tie to Kenna's child. As they slowly grow closer, Kenna is forced to confront all the painful memories she's tried so hard to bury. It's only by truly facing her past that she might have a shot at creating a better future, not just for herself but for her little girl too. Interestingly, Hoover didn't just hand her book over to someone else to adapt, she actually co-wrote the screenplay herself along with Lauren Levine. Levine, by the way, is probably best known for producing the film version of Bridge to Terabithia. The two of them are also stepping into the role of producers for this project through their new company, Heartbones Entertainment, making this the first official project under that banner. It's always kind of cool when authors stay deeply involved like this because it usually means the film is more likely to capture the spirit of the original story. Looking at the cast lineup so far, it's clear the filmmakers are putting together a strong team to bring these characters to life. Maika Monroe seems like a great fit for Kenna, especially with her knack for playing complicated, haunted characters. Then there's Tyriq Withers, who opened up on Instagram about how meaningful this role is to him personally. He hinted that the story hits close to home, particularly after losing his own brother in 2021, and he hopes this film will serve as a light for anyone still struggling through their own dark times. That's the sort of connection that can really elevate a performance. Lauren Graham stepping in as Grace Landry adds another layer of depth, given how effortlessly she balances warmth and heartbreak, traits that should suit Scott's grieving mother perfectly. Speaking of Scott, Rudy Pankow will bring him to life in flashback scenes that explore his history with Kenna. It should be interesting to see how those moments fill in the emotional backstory. The cast has kept expanding over the months. In April 2025, Deadline revealed that Nicholas Duvernay and Bradley Whitford were joining the project as Roman and Patrick Landry, respectively. Not long after, Variety shared that country music star Lainey Wilson will also appear in the film, though her character is still under wraps. Each new casting update just seems to build more anticipation for what's shaping up to be a really heartfelt movie. Directing duties will fall to Vanessa Caswell, which feels like a promising match. She is best known for Love at First Sight and also directed 3 episodes of the BBC's 2017 adaptation of Little Women. Caswell has a talent for handling emotionally rich stories, so her taking the reins suggests the film will lean heavily into the book's raw honesty. It also helps that she'll be working from a script Hoover co-wrote, ensuring that Kenneth's voice and struggles stay front and center. As far as where all the magic is happening, the movie is set to film in Calgary, Alberta. According to local Canadian outlets, production will kick off in April and run through June 2025. Calgary's got a pretty diverse landscape, which should give the filmmakers plenty of beautiful spots to capture the small-town feel of Kenneth's world. Plus, Canada is often a go-to choice because it's budget-friendly and comes with all sorts of helpful tax incentives for film crews. Fans who are eager to mark their calendars can go ahead and circle February 13, 2026. That's when Reminders of Him is expected to hit theaters. Dropping it right before Valentine's Day is a clever move because even though it's not your typical lighthearted romance, it's a story about love in all its messy, painful, and ultimately hopeful forms. All in all, there's a lot to look forward to with this adaptation. From Hoover being hands-on with the screenplay, the thoughtfully chosen cast, and the emotional weight of the story itself, everything seems lined up to make this a movie that resonates deeply. It's the kind of project that doesn't shy away from life's tougher questions, like how we move on after devastating mistakes or loss, and that's probably why so many readers connected with it in the first place. So whether you're already a big Colleen Hoover fan or just someone who loves stories about second chances and finding light after darkness, Reminders of Him looks like it's going to be one to watch. With filming underway soon and a release date not too far off, it won't be long before we get to see Kenneth's journey come alive on screen, reminding us all that even the most shattered lives can be pieced back together, one tender, imperfect step at a time. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, and if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.